Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a beginner headstand flow from beautiful Sedona, Arizona. We're going to start in a forward fold rocking back and forth here. If you like this flow, be sure to like and subscribe. Go ahead and bend one leg and extend the other. On your extended leg, I want you to pull yourself in slightly. So I have my left leg extended, right knee bent. Then switch sides, pulling yourself in slightly. You can also grab around your calf or your knee, or just place your hands on your upper thigh with a flat back. Open hamstrings are really important for headstanding. If you have open hamstrings, you can get your hips above your head, which allows you to counterbalance, so you don't have to use momentum to get yourself up, which can cause you to lose balance a lot easier. So just go ahead and bounce your knees back and forth here. Again, you can have your hands on your shins, your knees, or your thighs. They don't have to be on the ground, or you can place them on some blocks. Grab one of your feet, pull it in, stretching the calves, then switch sides. Go on your tiptoes, then your heels, tiptoes, heels, tiptoes, heels, tiptoes, heels. Grab your ankles now, no matter what level you are, unless you are a little bit more beginner, and go ahead and grab your thighs or shins. And then you're going to pull yourself in and up, in and up. We're going to be doing this quite a few times to get ourselves warm here. In and up, in and hold. Take some deep breaths and roll yourself to standing. Hands above your head, forward fold. Plant your hands, jump back into plank. Do a push-up into chaturanga and upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here. Go ahead and lift your right leg to the sky. Then go ahead and bend your knee, opening up the hip here. Just gonna do a little hip opening to get into some more advanced headstand variations. I want you to extend and bend your leg. So bend, extend, hold. Now wrap that foot around the opposite ankle, opening the calves here a little bit deeper. Step back to down dog. Roll yourself forward into plank, down dog, plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, and then lift your left leg to the sky. So we're going to repeat that on the other side here. Go ahead and bend your knee into that hip opener. Extend the leg, bend, extend, bend, extend, bend, extend, bend, extend, hold. Wrap that around your opposite ankle, getting deep into the calf here. Then back into downward dog and just kind of shake it out a little bit. Hop yourself forward. Back into that forward fold here. Some more hamstring opening. Pull yourself in and out, in and out, in and out, in. Roll yourself up to standing, hands above your head here. Fold forward, grab your ankles and hold. You can shift your hips side to side here slightly, just changing the angle. Now go ahead and plant your hands and widen your legs just slightly, so around hip width, and bend one leg to the other. You can also have your hands on your shins or thighs. Grab wherever's comfortable and pull yourself in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in, and pull yourself over on your right side. Extend, pull, extend, pull, extend, pull, extend. You can go as deep as I'm going, or you can just hold here. Now, no matter where you are, just go ahead and hold at your deepest point. you want to feel uncomfortable but not sharp pain. So go ahead and pull yourself in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and hold. Back to center here. Now plant your hands wherever's comfortable and widen them a little bit more here. Just rock back and forth, get yourself comfortable in this position. Then go ahead and we're going to lift and drop the hips. So drop, lift, 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 drop, and lift, drop. Now place your hands on your knees and just bend one shoulder. This is one of my favorite stretches to open the upper back. We're just doing this to feel good here. Now take a clasp behind your back and just open your shoulders a little bit. Get them feeling good since we're going to put some weight into them. Then grab your ankles and pull yourself in and out, in and out, in and out. I know this seems like a lot of hamstring opening, but I promise that this will help immensely when we get to the headstanding portion of today's flow. Now go ahead and go to your right side and go in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and hold. To the other side. So you're going to go out and in, out and in, out and in. Again, as we've kind of talked about before, active flexibility is extremely important for maintaining a wide range of flexibility as well as healthy flexibility, so you don't get hyper flexible and start to affect your joints. If you can, go ahead and walk your hands behind you or just hold wherever at your deepest point. And then everybody walk them forward into a wide leg down dog here, super wide. Then walk them back to your deepest point and forward into that wide leg down dog. Back one more time and forward. Awesome job. So now we're going to just awaken the core just a little bit because we'll need that for headstanding. So go ahead and drop onto all fours here. You can do a quick cat-cow here. So rounding, arching, rounding, arching, rounding. Awesome. So go ahead and extend your right leg. You want to extend that to about hip height. Point your toe and extend your opposite hand here. So think of not arching your back too much and pulling your core into your spine. And then if you want to open up a little bit here, you can grab your foot and lift, lift, lift. This will get into your hip and quad. Now don't drop it. Go ahead and extend the arm and the leg. And back to all fours. Again, to hip height or higher. Extend the opposite hand. Point the toes. Engage your core, core to spine. Grab the foot if that's in your practice. And remember, when we come out of that, do not drop the arm and the leg. Keep your core tight, and you're going to extend both your arm and your leg. Go ahead and drop those to the mat. Come into a quick malasana here or a yogi squat. Hands together, elbows at your knees. Push into one leg, then the other. We're about to get into headstanding here, so do whatever you need to feel comfortable before dropping onto your knees. What you're going to do is make a little cup with your hands and place your head in that little cup you made with your hands. You're going to lift your hips to the sky and walking them in enough where you can get your hips above your head. This is where the hamstrings come in. And I just want you to bend your right leg and just lift and lower the foot, just starting to get comfortable with the idea of placing weight in your arms and head. Then go ahead and drop here into a child's pose. I'm wearing a baseball cap, so you won't see me go all the way down, but that's what you should do. Head back into the little cup of your hands, and then just bend the opposite leg, so your left leg here, and lift and lower that foot. Again, just getting comfortable and feeling safe in inversions is probably the hardest part of getting used to headstanding. Once you can get comfortable with the idea of potentially falling and placing your, legs above your head, it gets a lot easier. Okay, so back into that headstanding position, core tight, bring your right foot in, and then your left foot here. So if you only want to do one leg at a time still, perfectly fine. We're just going to level up each time, but I want you to stay on the level you feel comfortable. So don't move on until you feel comfortable at the level you're in. Just holding, keeping that core super engaged. Straighten the legs and go ahead and drop them down. And child's pose. Counterbalancing is super important in headstanding, in any yoga pose, but especially when placing a lot of pressure in the head and the neck. You want to make sure you take the time to decompress. So head back into the hands, extend the legs, open hamstrings, bend your right leg, your left. Then if you're ready, I want you to extend your right leg to the sky. So I want you to think of core in, and then engaging your glutes slightly will also help. Then go ahead and drop down into that child's pose. And if you're falling all over the place, that's totally normal. And that's probably healthy. It gets you comfortable with the idea of falling safely, which will help you with not just headstanding, but forearm standing, handstanding, and all the other inversions you plan to practice. Kind of lost my balance there. Go ahead and lift your legs, bend your left leg, then your right, and go ahead and extend your left leg to the sky. Just holding here. And then go ahead and drop it down. I'm a little bit less stable on that side, as you saw. Totally normal to have one side you feel more comfortable in, but you want to make sure you practice both so you don't have a heavy imbalance between the two sides. Go ahead and swing your arms out. That was a lot of headstanding, and we're about to go into more. So do whatever you need to feel comfortable here. Before getting back into that headstanding position, head in your hands, core tight, lift. Now we're going to do a stag handstand. I find this a lot easier. So you're just going to bend your right leg, place that behind you, and then your left leg in front. This provides a counterbalance so you won't fall backwards, you'll fall forwards, which makes a lot of people feel a lot safer. Tuck your knees in, and then switch sides. So your left leg's going to go back, right leg forward. Again, this will feel a lot safer because if you fall, it's most likely to be forward, not backward. Tuck your knees in. Keep playing with switching sides. Or again, whatever level you're at, don't move on until you feel nice and stable. Then when you're ready, drop your legs down, go back into a child's pose. I want you to take a deep breath, counting to 4, holding for 4 counts, and then exhaling for 4 counts. Then lift it back up. Push up, extend your right leg high to the sky. We're going to try a split or a mock split in headstand. Again, I find this a lot easier than straight legs because you still have that counterbalance here. So same thing as before, except straighten your legs as much as you can here. Then tuck it back in, and we're going to switch sides. This is where tight core is super, super helpful. If you find that's difficult for you and you're really, really struggling, the 2 things I'd really focus on is stretching your hamstrings and core strengthening exercises. Tuck it back in. Now, if you're ready, you're going to extend both legs in. So extend one leg at a time, wait till you feel nice and stable, engage your glutes and your abs, and then lift your other leg. And just hold, hold, hold. Beautiful job. So you're going to go ahead and drop your legs. You'll see that when I drop my legs, my hips come forward a little bit. That provides a counterbalance. As my legs fall backwards, my hips go slightly forward so I don't just tip over. And you'll see that again. I'm going to show you what it's like to do a pike headstand. Don't do this until you feel nice and stable. It is definitely more advanced to lift it up in this way. So you see me kind of rocking and then just lifting both straight legs to the sky. You see when I do that, my hips go back slightly. That's to provide a counterbalance, or I wouldn't be able to get that lift off. Go ahead and come into any variation you want here. I just want you to play. So what I did is I bent one leg and straightened the other, and then I switched sides. Do whatever feels fun here. Just play around. I'm coming into a straddle handstand here. Headstand. Bring it together. and drop it down. Awesome job. That is enough headstanding for today. Go ahead and come into a downward facing dog. Just pedal it out here. You can try shaking your head back and forth. Definitely a lot of weight in the head today. Your neck and shoulders have done a lot of work. Hop it forward between your legs onto all fours or easy pose. Lift your hands above your head into your heart and then walk it forward. So again, just an easy pose, just letting your body relax. This isn't for flexibility. You can rock it back and forth. We're just loosening everything up after a intense practice. Clasp your hands behind your back and you're going to lift and lower. So lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, and then switch the grip of your hand so your other thumb is on top. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. If a clasp is difficult, something you can do is bring a strap between your arms or a belt or a towel, whatever works for you, so you can grasp with both hands. So just hands above the head into the heart, taking a deep, deep breath. Do that one more time with me here. Hands to your heart. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and be sure to like and subscribe for more flows like this. If there's any flows you want to see, drop it in the comments below.